Hello everyone and welcome. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Today we are going to be covering Batman, Night of the Monster Men. Now this is actually a crossover event, so if you want to read this for yourself, you have to read Batman issue 7, Nightwing issue 5, Detective Comics issue 941, Batman issue 8, Nightwing issue 6, and Detective Comics issue 942. That's a bit confusing, I know. You could look this up easily, but that's the order you have to read it in, and we're going to be covering all of those for this crossover event called Night of the Monster Men. A hurricane is heading towards Gotham, and in a morgue, the bodies appear to start leaking. On the rooftops, Batman, Batwoman, and Nightwing are preparing for the hurricane and call Spoiler, Orphan, and Clayface for help. Elsewhere, Hugo Strange is working out until a voice tells him it's almost time. Strange agrees, and back in the morgue, the bodies start to horribly deform. Strange says this is Batman's final night. Batman calls Gordon, but Gordon says he can't have his men openly working with fugitives, but Batman says it'll just be citizens of Gotham helping each other. Batman's reinforcements arrive, and Batman gives Clayface an injection to keep him stable in the rain. They discuss a game plan, but are interrupted by a loud noise. It's a weird, giant zombie baby with a huge head. I don't even know what to say. The group can tell by the footsteps that whatever they're facing, it's huge. Alfred sees what they're up against, and he can only describe it as a monster. They split up, and Batman, Nightwing, and Batwoman head over to fight the beast. Batman is informed that whatever it is, the creature's body language suggests it's a child or something mimicking a child. The baby thingy instantly destroys the Batplane, but Batman manages to escape with a little winged jetpack. Batman ejects himself from the jetpack and makes it self-destruct in the baby's face. While Spoiler, Orphan, and Clayface help evacuate people, Batman, Nightwing, and Batwoman examine the baby's body and sends the data to the cave for analysis. Alfred says its cells are heavily modified, extremely dynamic, like Clayface's but different. They find the cells originally belonged to Bob Castro. Castro was the man who stabbed his neck saying the Monster Men are coming in issue 2, which we covered in the last Batman video. Batman notes that Castro was in Hugo Strange's care at the time that happened, deducing that somehow Strange is behind this. Another one of the Monster Men rises, and the story is continued in Nightwing issue 5. Duke is frustrated Batman is making him stay in the Batcave. Gotham Girl tells Duke she can hear all the chaos and destruction going on outside. Back outside, Nightwing mentions he remembers blueprints from when he was a kid of the Tower Contingencies plan, which could stop all of this, but Batman says it's too dangerous with people still in the city. Batman tells Nightwing to head to the morgue and find Hugo Strange, while he and Batwoman distracts the monster. Batwoman tells their evacuation group to expand the evacuation zone, and Batman tells Duke to activate his special project, the Bat Beacon. The Bat Beacon spreads holograms of Batman around the city, giving the people evacuation orders and encouraging words. Back at Spoiler and Orphan's team, Harvey Bullock says there's no way they can evacuate all these people, and that he doesn't trust the Orphan. Spoiler says Orphan's seen more monsters than any of them, and she won't blink when things go wrong. Nightwing is still with Batman and Batwoman, despite Batman's orders, and they manage to take the monster down, but not before it destroys a building and knocks a man down. Luckily for him, Nightwing stayed and was there to save him. Batman says, "Nightwing, what are you doing here? I told you to," and Nightwing interrupts, saying, "And I ignored you, Batman." Nightwing comforts the man, and Batman keeps pushing for him to go to the morgue, but Nightwing quickly realizes that he's just trying to push them away from the action to keep them alive. Dick finally leaves to find Strange, and Batwoman tells Batman a unit lives on respect and trust, and asks him if he's giving his team exactly that. Alfred tells Dick what is happening to the monster's cells is similar to, but not the same, as other strength enhancements, comparing it to Titan from the Arkham games and a bunch of others. In the evacuation area, the people are getting discouraged and uneasy, getting frustrated and yelling at the heroes. At the morgue, Nightwing discovers that there are 4 bodies missing, meaning there are 4 monsters out there, but they've only seen 2. They find out who the rest are, and unsurprisingly, they all killed themselves and were under Strange's care. In fact, there's this frame from the last video, I'll show it right here, where I failed to mention the body right there. Well, that's one of these monsters as well. This monster has started an attack on Blackgate. Nightwing goes to stop this, and despite everyone's warning that her powers can kill her and she's not ready, Gotham Girl goes to help him. Next issue is Detective Comics 941. Batwoman says that the monsters are easily shrugging off all her hits and asks for the rest to report in. Team Spoiler says they have too many people in too small space, but the people's tempers are still in check for now. Nightwing says he's almost at Blackgate with Gotham Girl already there. Clayface says he evacuated another neighborhood, but he's having trouble keeping form. Batman yells at Gotham Girl to return to the cave, and that she's still fighting the effects of the Psycho Pirate from the last Batman video. However, Gotham Girl refuses, saying Nightwing isn't fast enough or strong enough to stop the attack on Blackgate alone. Back at Spoiler's team, the citizens are yelling at Spoiler and Orphan and are noticeably covered in a red sludge. The citizens push over a child who's looking for his parents, and this causes a fight with the police there. Gotham Girl is fighting at Blackgate, and Batman tells Nightwing to make sure she doesn't hurt herself or others. Batwoman fights a monster, but it destroys a building. Luckily, Clayface is able to save a couple from being crushed by the debris. The couple is scared of Clayface, thinking he is one of the monsters, but are distracted by the real monster growing yet another head, it now having 5. At Spoiler's team, Orphan and Spoiler are helping the cops keep the people in line. Spoiler says there are too many people in one place and that they need to draw them apart, so they split up. Spoiler calls in on Batwoman and says that they can't evacuate more people because of the spreading red ooze that is making the people violent. However, their communications are down, so neither side can hear the other. Batman says he needs to be over there to help Spoiler and Orphan, but Batwoman says he needs to stay with her and help her. Spoiler and Orphan deduce the sludge is controlling all these people as one organism with green leaf volatiles. What does that mean? I don't know, I'm not a science man. I'm an idiot in his room reading a comic book to you. Go ask your teacher. Anyways, since plant volatiles have a high vapor point, they have to make it hot to stop it. At Blackgate, Gotham Girl is fighting very violently, and Nightwing points out that she's hurting people, and he's there to help. They're interrupted when smaller monsters attack Gotham Girl, and Nightwing checks on the prisoners. One prisoner says Gotham Girl seems just as scared as they are. Gotham Girl finds the monster who is creating the smaller ones. She says, "It's always some monster. Psycho Pirate, Hugo Strange, making my brother go mad, making me afraid of what I can do, but not this time. Not with all these people's lives. This time, I won't be afraid." Then she rips the arms of the monster right off. Nightwing tries to calm her down, but she tears the thing apart, saying it doesn't deserve to live and yelling, "I'll kill you." She then calms down and repeatedly apologizes to Nightwing. Because Gotham Girl got the monster's blood and guts all over them, they also turn into monsters. Now the story is continued in Batman issue 8. Now I hate to do this, but we're going to stop right there. We're going to turn this into a 2-parter because I had a busy week and I want to get this out this weekend. So this will be a 2-parter, and we covered half the story. So tune in for part 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll have another video tomorrow hopefully. Bye.